Alright. Hi folks, El Monzo here again. Okay, so, please excuse the crudity of this video. It is what it is. You get what you pay for, right? Okay, so, what I'm going to be doing in this step is I'm going to be creating the hole and threaded portion that goes through the outer housing and through the core. Okay? So, here we go. Alright, so I got my housing and my inner core. Okay, and they slip in and out very easily. These were cleaned and degreased, and I actually ran them through a cycle in my dishwasher. Cleaned them with soapy water, made sure there was no swarf in them, and then threw them in the dishwasher and ran them through a cleaning cycle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of my 1/2-inch diameter nylon balls. I'm going to check the core, make sure there's nothing in there, and nice and clean. I'm going to put the ball in. Going to put the core in. This is a number 36 drill bit. I believe it is 0.1065 inches in diameter. So I put this in here, and I have this set up so that this hole will be at 540 thousandths of an inch, the center of it, exactly from this face. So I'm putting this in here. When I drill this, I'm going to be holding this down and pushing in on the core at the same time to make sure that core does not move during the drilling process. I'll be drilling at 1300 RPMs. I'll be putting some cutting fluid on here. I want to go slow and easy and make sure I have a nice accurate hole. So here we go. And just a little bit cutting fluid. And here we go. Sorry you can't see this as well as you would like, but I have to be able to see what I'm doing. Just going down, pecking at it, letting the swarf clear out, going down some more. I know it about 800 thousandths. Okay, here we go. And 800 thousandths, I'm through. Okay, here we go there. And remove this. Now, at this point, what I want to do is clear this swarf off. I actually have another drill bit here. I believe it's a number 36. I'm going to put down in this hole. Okay. Now I need to mark this because these are now permanently matched parts. So I'm going to scribe a witness mark into the outer casing and then one onto the core. Just 2 lines there so that I know which side is which. It's very important because no matter what is going on with this hole, it is now matched. Okay? So, it is now paired up. Let me see, I'm looking for my file here and I don't see it offhand. Okay, so if I've done this correctly, I know that this is a 106 or a 0.106 diameter hole. So I know that I should have 486 thousandths of an inch from this outer diameter of this hole to this end here. So I will now throw my calipers on there and let's have a look. There we go. I'm at 489.5 or 489. Okay, that's fine because I know that that hole is going to drill slightly over the drill bit size. So I know that that hole is exactly where it's supposed to be, and I'm going to check the other end to make sure that I didn't get any drill bit drift, and there's actually swarf on here so I can't get an accurate reading. It's showing 496, but I know that that's not correct. But even if it did drift a little bit, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so there will be a part 2 to this video. I'm going to video edit this together, and I'll show you how I go ahead and do the tapping operation. Alright folks, recording. So I finally found a needle file, cleaned this up. Yeah, I had a little bit of drill bit drift, about 0.006 of an inch. Not the end of the world. So I have my 2 witness marks here, okay, and that's important because now, you know, like I said, I had a little bit of a drift, so obviously if I rotated this, those holes would not line up exactly where they're supposed to. That's why we put the witness mark in. These are forever a match set. They cannot be mixed and matched, and this is, you know, along with the drilling, this is primarily why. Okay, so what I have is I have a number 36 drill bit. I just run down in the hole and make sure that everything's good to go. This is a hand tapping machine. If you don't have one, I recommend you get one, because doing this sort of thing by hand, inevitably you're going to get you're going to do it crooked. Okay, so let me see. Little bit of cutting fluid, and put this in there. Get that in there where I want. Yep, good to go there. And I start tapping. I want to hold that core in and start tapping. Go a little bit. Break the threads loose. Now, what I do at this point, once I know that I'm tapping into the core, obviously I don't have to hold the core anymore. I bring this up, and I like to gauge how much pressure I'm putting in the actual part, and I can just run that down, break those threads a little bit, go down more, and I'm constantly monitoring how much pressure is on this part in case the tap starts to bind for whatever reason. Now, I'm at the end of my threads on my tap, okay? I'm going to show you this just for the video. If I can get this thing out of here. There we go. Okay. So you can see my tap clearly does not go all the way through the part. I'm going to look at the video. Yep, you can see that. So, what I need to do is, I'm going to back this back out now. Normally this would still be in the machine and I would back it out. Okay. Now this is a starter tap. This is a 632. Starter taps have a point to them. Now I'm going to switch to a bottoming tap, but first I'm going to use some compressed air and just blow out any swarf that might have gotten into that hole. Okay. Now, a little bit of cutting fluid here. I have my bottoming tap here. A little bit of cutting fluid on there. And now I'm going to run it in the same end that I did before. And again, I'm being very careful to get that started in there, not cross-threaded or anything. And just going to run this down through now. my time, be gentle with it. This thing can always seize up for whatever reason. I'm going to run it down and I can feel it starting to seize up there, so it's starting to actually cut threads now where the other one didn't. And I keep going, back off, go forward again, back off, go forward again, and there. Now we can see that my bottoming tap has cut some more threads, a little bit of swarf there, but right there is the very end of my tap. Let's see if I can go down any further. It looks like I can, just a hair, and there. You can see we just went through the other side. Now, I back this out. And go like this. And being careful, I don't want to cross thread this thing, so better to take it slow. And there we go. Okay, again, more compressed air. Blow out that hole. Alright, just gonna hold it up to the light. Yep, nice and clean in there. Alright, so now I want to take a 632 1-inch long screw. Again, run it through the same end where my witness mark is. And I want to run this through. And the threads at the very bottom there are going to be a little bit tight because that tap didn't go all the way through, so I just basically finished the threads off with that screw, and there, I'm good to go. All the way through, nice tight threads. And I run through the other side here just to confirm that my threads are all lining up and that I don't have an issue. Because remember, in the design I have a set screw that comes through on each side. So there we are there. I'm good to go. Now I can pop this apart just to show you. I have to push pretty hard on the ball because remember, it's going to have a burr on the inside from the threading process. And there we go. There's our core. And push the ball out. So there we go. And our witness marks are, so when I put this core back in, obviously if I spin this, the threads are not going to match up. So I have my witness mark here and my witness mark here. I put this in here, and actually I'll do it without the ball in there so y'all can see. And push that in there. I can start to see the hole. I have a little awl type of thing here. Just kind of run that in there to kind of center that up. And now run my screw down through. And give it a little wiggle. And there we go, right through the other side. And that's it. And that's that process. So these are now, this is not a mix and match sort of thing on these parts. These are machined to each other. This will be cut and machined as an assembly now. So these are forever married. Alright, that's about it, folks. Hope you found this part informative. Alright, Almanzo signing off. Bye for now.